Florida quarterback Emory Jones was 21 of 27 for 209 yards to the air with 2 touchdowns and no interceptions. Also had 15 carries for 144 yards. I want to kind of dive into some of his play and go through some film to see what he did well against Tennessee. And my biggest takeaway was no turnovers, right? He didn't force anything, took what the defense gave him, and just played comfortable and efficient the entire game. That's something we talked about in the preview video, that to kind of get going and get going early, which is exactly what he did. And he took care of the ball. He got some running plays down early, which we're going to see here at the end of the video, that they're running plays. And a lot of them weren't even design runs. They were passing plays that he went through progressions, didn't see anything, so he didn't force anything, or he didn't hit his throws late. He decided to take off and run. So good maturity there. I think you saw some growth. Then you saw some growth in the passing plays, right? He got started with some kind of roll out some short passes, which helped him hit some deeper balls. And they didn't really need to hit a bunch of deep balls against Tennessee, but Jones was still able to do that. So we're going to start off with the first clip, seeing one of Jones's deep balls. This is in the third quarter. And again, he's got comfortable early, which allowed him, I think, to get in a groove. We're going to see him hit this receiver down here on just a little go route here. Quick fake to the running back, and then Jones hits him on man cover. So good, accurate throw downfield by Jones to get started, right? So Tennessee only brings 4. Good coverage. Great accurate throw from Jones downfield in the third quarter here. So just kind of recap what we're going to look at. We're going to look at Jones getting comfortable early, hitting some short throws, making some good reads, giving what the defense, taking what the defense gives him, and then we're going to see him running the ball again, making good decisions. That was the biggest takeaway. He was making great decisions this game and was very efficient. So let's go ahead and dive into the rest of the film. But before we do, just want to encourage y'all to consider subscribing to the channel if you like any quarterback related content. There's several teams that we cover their quarterbacks, at least break down their films throughout the rest of the year. We will continue to do it. With all that said, let's continue with the video. So here's one of Jones's passing plays early in the game, about 3 minutes in the game, a little over 2 minutes actually. This is going to be a rollout here. Good play design and good accurate throw. And this is something we talked about in the preview video that you wanted to see Jones do against Tennessee, is get some comfortable throws on the run just to get going and just to kind of settle in early, which is exactly what they did. So good design here. You can see Tennessee has 3 down linemen, but 5 guys essentially on the line, even though 1 is a DB and press man. And so we got, depending how you want to call it, you got about 7 to 8 guys in the box here. But a good job, a little fake roll under center. You got the receiver coming across here, does a good job finding his guy and throwing an accurate throw. But again, getting these type of throws early, I think, is good for Jones, and I think was good for him against Tennessee. So just a good example there of getting him started early. So like we talked about in the beginning of the video, you did see a lot of growth and decision making from Jones, not forcing anything, taking what the defense gave him, and just processing everything, right? So here we're going to see it's cover 0. We just have straight man under, right? We got straight man defense. There's no up top safety. Everyone has a man right here. It's a 3rd and 4, and it's a good conversion for Emory Jones. We got 5 DBs, 6 guys on the line. Tennessee brings 5, and they keep 1 spy on Jones, right? Pressure gets to him. You got the spy right here, spying Jones in case he takes off and runs, something that we said that Tennessee would probably do in a preview video. And then Jones hits the receiver over the middle of the field for a first down, right? Ends up being a pretty big throw on a 3rd and 4. So against 3rd and 4, doesn't force anything, processes everything, stays in the pocket with that spy, and completes a good first down. So I think throws like this, even though they're kind of quote-unquote little plays, not huge and explosive, are good signs and signs of growth. So here's Jones with a downfield throw on 1st and 10. And I think he was able to have some balls like this and do it confidently because he got comfortable, early, right? Had some good runs, some short passes, some design rollouts, and he got comfortable early. So we're going to see Tennessee in the straight cover 3 here. So they got thirds of the fields, thirds of the fields, thirds of the fields, and you attack those holes. That's how you beat cover 3, and it's exactly what Jones does. He sits the receiver down here, doesn't lead him into the safety. Pretty good blocking up front. Some pressure comes, and we're going to see this receiver come open right here between the corner and the safety in the middle of the field. Able to sit him right down. It's a great throw. Mature throw. Sits him down. Doesn't lead him into anything, into danger, and the receiver is able to make a good catch. So a good throw here, but I think that's largely due to Jones just being comfortable and getting started early, throwing and running. So here's a 4th and 2 throw by Jones, and the receiver does end up fumbling the ball, and Tennessee recovers. But again, we're focused on Jones right now, and so this is another example of Jones converting on a big down. Right, he had several good 3rd down conversions and his 4th down conversion as well. So we're going to see a little kind of play action from Jones. Right, fake run, gets people up here. Had this DB out here who's off the screen, kind of buy in here, and that sets up this throw from the left hash to the right side of the field. Great job by Jones. Good throw again. 4th and 2 ends up being a fumble, but the point is we're focusing on Jones, so another good conversion on a 3rd or 4th down. Just something that you like to see. This play led over to the second half. So here's another touchdown pass by Jones. And it's another good design rollout here. It's a fake sweep this way. Jones is able to roll out, get comfortable. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. He's already playing a very good game at this point so far. Already very comfortable. This is a nice, easy throw for a touchdown here. This touchdown kind of put the game, I don't want to say out of reach yet because there was only 17 points, but gave Florida a pretty comfortable lead. This put them to 31-14 score, so it would have made it very hard for Tennessee to come back. See, nice little rollout here, easy throw, boom, for a touchdown here. So again, very efficient, clean game for Jones. And then whenever you get the run game going and get Jones comfortable, those plays are easy to call. So good play call there, good design, and a touchdown that helped put the game kind of out of reach at this point. So last clip we will watch of Jones, but it's another good example of taking the defense gives him and running the ball, right? So just like the previous runs that we looked at, it's a design pass play. This time pressure does get to him. Tennessee is bringing 5 guys total, and as opposed to forcing anything, he uses his legs to pick up a 1st down. Pretty good stunt here. Now he did have a guy here if you wanted to hit the check down, but it's ended up being a better play. Takes off and runs. So just like we've seen in the past, not forcing anything, not throwing anything he's not comfortable with. Instead, takes off and runs, right? Able to pick up a 1st down, get upfield, makes a few guys miss, able to show his athleticism in open field. Just a great game overall by Jones. Just to recap everything, he took what the defense gave him, got comfortable early, which I think was important to kind of keep things going, and then stayed consistent and efficient the entire game, and didn't try to force anything, didn't have any interceptions, which ultimately helped Florida have a comfortable victory. But I want to hear from you guys. What do y'all think about Emory Jones' performance against Tennessee? Let us know in the comments below. What do you want to see from him moving forward? Let us know, and we'll see you next time on the next quarterback-related video. So here's Emory Jones on the first drive, and it's a running play, or it's a passing play, but he takes off and runs. But there's no pressure, and what I like about this play is the fact that he goes through his progressions and he doesn't force anything. We've seen the past few games with some of the interceptions, he's forced throws that aren't there or thrown it late, but here I think you've seen some growth. I think that growth has come with this more experience starting more plays, and you see him 13 yards there. So I think it shows good sign of growth and good maturity. Again, you'd rather Jones just take off and pick that up than try to force something downfield. So again, opening drive run, and something that you like to see at the very start of the game, something that he did the entire game. So here we have a 3rd and 4, again, early in the game, and very similar to the last run we just talked about. It's a design pass play. Tennessee does not get pressure. It's a great job by the lineman up front, and something we've seen Jones do in the past, like we mentioned in the last video, force a ball, throw it when nothing's there, or just throw it after the receivers actually already come open, that has led to interceptions. But he doesn't do that here. Yards there to get the 1st down and keep the drive going, right? So even if you would have just thrown the ball away, it's an okay decision, but you're athletic and you're talented enough to pick up the 1st down with your legs, and he does that. So a good job not forcing it, going through progressions, and getting the 1st down with his legs. So last clip we will watch of Jones, but it's another good example of taking the defense gives him and running the ball, right? So just like the previous runs that we looked at, it's a design pass play. This time pressure does get to him. Tennessee is bringing 5 guys total, and as opposed to forcing anything, he uses his legs to pick up a 1st down. Pretty good stunt here. Now he did have a guy here if you wanted to hit the check down, but it's ended up being a better play. Takes off and runs. So just like we've seen in the past, not forcing anything, not throwing anything he's not comfortable with. Instead, takes off and runs, right? Able to pick up a 1st down, get upfield, makes a few guys miss, able to show his athleticism in open field. Just a great game overall by Jones. Just to recap everything, he took what the defense gave him, got comfortable early, which I think was important to kind of keep things going, and then stayed consistent and efficient the entire game, and didn't try to force anything, didn't have any interceptions, which ultimately helped Florida have a comfortable victory. But I want to hear from you guys. What do y'all think about Emory Jones' performance against Tennessee? Let us know in the comments below. What do you want to see from him moving forward? Let us know, and we'll see you next time on the next quarterback-related video.